And welcome everybody to the 5,032nd Canonical Chronicle. The year is 2050. Just to let you know, SEO is still not dead.
Wait. You're meant to start with a rap?
Had my lunch. Chicken wraps. I've eaten bacon wraps.
Not a chicken. Get in my studio. Beat it.
Oh dear, I was so good.
This week in a Reddit AMA, Gary Ish said that Hreflang is not a ranking factor per se, but it could help with your organic traffic. So this is another classic Google engineer riddle. You know, I swear to God, their communication is kind of like that of a drunk baby.
Seriously, you are an alcoholic.
Yeah, you're drunk. I knew it. You're already drunk.
What this essentially means is that just the same way as having the correct canonical submitted or perhaps an XML sitemap inside Search Console isn't a ranking factor per se, it does still help Google understand how to rank your site and index it just the same way that Hreflang helps. Another really interesting thing about the AMA, Gary actually said, is they do use mentions, but not the same way they use links. They use mentions to understand what an entity is to power the knowledge graph. When talking about click-through rate, Gary also says that we primarily use these things in evaluations, which gives me an idea that they probably do use them to some degree.
Relax, newbie. It's just an evaluation. It should be easy.
Well, if it's that easy, then it won't take you that long to do it.
All right, well, don't you worry about it another minute there, newbie. I'll evaluate you. I'll evaluate the hell right out of you.
He also said that you can abuse internal links as much as you want without having an over-optimization penalty.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Another really interesting one to come out of the AMA was that author EAT is transferred in a similar way that PageRank transfers link authority.
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
Hey, wait a minute. You're just a kid.
Maybe this would teach you to listen to authority.
Ow! 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 Hey, man, what are you doing?
Now, when it came to cross-domain canonicals, Gary just totally refused to answer that because he said that spammers would have a field day, which leads me to believe that if you've got internal links pointing somewhere and use a cross-domain canonical, the power of those internal links actually transfer to the other site.
Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side, yeah.
Now, this of course is just complete speculation, but the fact that they didn't answer is perhaps something to test out. He also mentioned content made by a robot. He said that if you can make content indistinguishable from human content made by a robot, then go for it.
I'll bust you up. Go for it.
Because when has using a robot-generated content ever not worked? He also said having a lot of pages around a given topic on your site give Google indications that you have got expertise on a particular subject. There was even a little moment where he handed out a little burn to our main man Rand Fishkin.
Oh, it's a deep burn. Oh, it's so deep.
He said dwell time, CTR, whatever Fishkin's new theory is, those are generally made up crap. Ugh. Search is much more simple than people think. Regardless, it's a great thread and I really recommend you go and check it out. I think it's fascinating that the Google engineers at Google don't really have conclusive answers to a lot of these SEO questions, and even they are giving like the biggest ever SEO retort to these things, which is of course, it depends. Bing has announced that they want you to start submitting your URL to their index instead of them crawling them. Damn, that is lazy. When this news came out, Google was like, and then Bing was like, in March, Search Console will see that the way they count metrics will change, and we're going to consolidate everything to the Google-defined canonical. This means that AMP page views will go to absolute 0, and the main reports were going to start to look a little bit overinflated as those numbers carry over.
You're blowing up like a balloon!
Like a blueberry.
Somebody do something! Call a doctor!
Stick her with a pin.
She'll pop.
It happens every time. They all become blueberry.
But good news, you can still drill down and filter the reports as always, so you can always get the data you need. At worst, this is going to cause the analysts of the world a little bit of a headache as they need to kind of rebuild all their custom reports. But for me and you, we're still going to get the same data. I just hope that the Google chosen Canonical is in fact the correct URL. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to validate my existence. And my dad, who opened up the show with a little cameo there, would also love it. For next week, if you've got a rap lyric you would like us to intro with, please leave in the comments below. But that's everything for this week's Canonical Chronicle, and we'll see you next Friday.
Just to let you know, SEO is still not dead.
That's fucking brilliant. I love that. That's great.
That was very clever.
That's good. That's good.
Very clever.
Right.